All right, let's begin in child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide enough for your ribs to slide in between. Stretch forward. So start by tuning into the movement of your breath. Watch how the breath flows in through the nose. Watch the breath go out. Just feel the energetic response. And inhale, come up onto your hands and your knees and stretch back into your first down dog. And walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana, put a little bend in your knees, let your head drop. Then bring your hands onto your hips. Press into your feet, come on up to stand. Bring your feet so they're hip distance apart for this first Tadasana. Stand tall, hip socket distance apart, stand tall, balanced. Balance between right and left foot, balance in between your heels and your toe mounts. Inner shoulders open, chest open. Observe your breath. All right, now stretch your arms forward, up and overhead. Reach, big stretch up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, create a flat back, get your length. Then plant your hands and step back to plank pose. All right, so open up your chest in plank. Then set your knees down. We're practicing building strength to do chaturanga well. So I turn the inner shoulders forward. I draw my navel up. And I keep my chest reaching forward as I slowly lower to elbow height. And then with the strength of my core, I squeeze and press back up. Inhale, slowly lower. Press back up. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, back up. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, squeeze back up. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, back up. Two more. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, back up. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, back up. Then lie down onto your belly. Stretch your toes back. Inhale into cobra. Roll the chest forward. Shoulder blades on your back. So again, we're building strength for the shoulder blades to stay on the back and the upper back and creating opening for the chest. Then lift your legs up just an inch. Squeeze the backs of the legs. Navel up to your heart. Reach the chest forward. Then lower your chest down. Push up onto hands and knees. And stretch back to down dog. Then look in between your hands. Step, walk, or hop all the way up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale the arms to your side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank. Set your knees down. Open your chest. Lower slowly. Chaturanga. Lift back up. 1. Lower slowly, chaturanga. 2, slowly lower. 3, slowly lower. 4, slowly lower. 5, lie all the way down onto your belly. Stretch your toes and open your chest. All right, now let's try one up dog. Keeping your legs firm, your navel in, roll through into up dog. And stretch back to down dog. Hold in your down dog, 3 breaths. And then look in between your hands. Let's step the right foot all the way up into a lunge. And then step the left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Reach down into your feet, come all the way up, strong through your legs, raise your arms. Exhale the arms to your side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank. Here we go, knees down, chest open, lower slow. 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow on the way down. 4, squeeze your core. 5, lie all the way down. And just to reiterate, that's not like, I'm not doing these push-ups just for strength to do push-ups, but this is building strength so that you can do chaturanga really well. And we're gonna start to introduce that in the 3rd week. All right, up dog, roll through. And stretch back to down dog. Look in between your hands from down dog, step the left foot all the way up. Inhale in your lunge. Then step your back leg forward, fold forward. Press down into your feet, come all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. All right, step your legs wide apart, spread your arms out, triangle pose. The left leg turns in slightly, the right leg turns all the way out, open up your chest. From pranayama day, remember, reach out and put your hand down onto your leg. Slide the hand down to the shin or the ankle or maybe the fingertips to the floor, but you don't want to go so low to where you don't lose that block in the upper back feeling that you learned in yesterday's video. Then come back up. We'll hold triangle pose longer after half moon and reach out. Press into your feet, come back up, side angle pose. Bend your knee, put your hand down, take your left arm overhead. Do you still have the block in the upper back feeling, or is your upper back starting to round? You might have to come up higher so that you can get the spine to lengthen and chest to open. Come back up, other side. Bend your knee, put your hand down. Press into your feet, come back up, half moon. Bend your right knee, put your hand in front of your pinky toe, and step up. Pin your right outer hip in, reach your heart away from your leg so you get the movement of the middle upper spine, then take your arm up. Bend your right knee and as smooth as you can, step back into triangle. Your deepest expression of triangle now. Still get the movement of the upper spine and lengthen out in the line of the right big toe. Press into your feet, come back up. I'm going to shuffle so I don't move off frame. Spread your arms, you don't have to shuffle. Bend your knee, put your hand down in front of your pinky toe, top hand on your hip, and step up. Firm your left hip in over your ankle. Raise your back leg so it matches the line of the spine. The heels line up. Now stretch through that leg, reach your heart away from your hips, turn and take your arm up. Then bend your knee, smooth as you can, slide back, triangle pose. Reach into your feet, come back up, parallel your feet, and step your legs together. Stand tall and balanced, mountain pose. All right, then let's practice warrior one. Separate your legs wide apart, turn to face your right leg, raise your arms, bend your right knee. Lean your chest right out over your knee, look at your thumbs, palms together, stretch your back leg, reach past your fingers. Inhale, come back up, parallel your feet, spread your arms, stand tall. Then turn to face your left leg, raise your arms up, inhale, bend your left knee. Then fold forward over your left leg, but lengthen, reach one long line from your back ankle out through your fingertips. Press into your feet, inhale back up, parallel your feet. Then turn to face your right leg, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, pull the hip crease back. Last time we practiced, we used blocks. So you can use the blocks again to get a flat back or hands on the shin, but find a flat back. Then draw your navel in and lengthen all the way out over your leg. Press down into your feet. Inhale back up. Turn your legs to the other side. And lengthen halfway out over your leg. Flat back, fingertips down. Draw the crease of the hip back as your front of the spine lengthens. And then fold all the way. Reach into your feet, come back up. Feet go parallel. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, chest open. Exhale, fold forward, fingertips down. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, walk the hands back. Slide the hands so that the fingertips come all the way back in line with the high point of the arch. Then reach the heel of the hand down, elbows back, let the head drop. Inhale, make a flat back, fingertips forward, heart forward. Exhale, hands onto your hips, come all the way up to stand. Then bring your legs together. Take the feet hip distance apart, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward, take your big toes. Inhale, heart forward, lengthen out. Exhale, bend the elbows, let the head drop. Then lift your head, look forward, slide your hands underneath your feet so that the toes come all the way to the back of the wrist, and let the head drop again. So if you have to bend your knees to get your pelvis to tip, that's more important to me that the pelvis can tip over the thighs and the legs can straighten. So let the back lengthen evenly, then see if you can start to open up the backs of the legs more. All right, inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Come all the way up to stand. All right, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step into plank pose. Hold in your plank, shoulders strong over your wrists. All right, now let me see if you can hold this plank, stay long in the plank without twisting, lift the right leg up an inch. Then change legs, lift the left leg up an inch. Good, then back into plank. Set the forearms down onto the mat. Take the hands shoulder distance, hold there, squeeze your abs up. Now walk your feet in, down dog on your forearms. Send the inner arms forward, lift the hips up. Shoulders come over the elbows, turn the inner shoulders forward, lift the hips, let the head drop. Walk back into plank on your forearms and hold there, 5 more breaths. Then set your knees down. Ooh, stretch back into child's pose, let your head rest. All right, swing your legs around. You're gonna need a block for this next pose. Lie down on your back. Bring your heels close to your buttocks, feet hip distance apart. Lift your hips up and slide your block underneath your sacrum. So the block goes wide way on the middle height, right underneath that thick bony part just above the top of your butt. Roll up onto the top shoulders and hold. So we're just gonna feel what it feels like to be supported in this position. Turn the thighs into neutral, knees point dead ahead, up on the tops of the shoulders. All right, now walk the feet in a little. And as you squeeze the backs of your legs, lift your hips up. Let me see if you could even grab a hold of your heels. Roll the top shoulders, point the knees dead ahead, sides of the chest equally open. Press the feet evenly and grip the legs. All right, now move that block out to the side and lower yourself down. That's a variation called Chatushpadasana. Let's practice that one more time. Take a breath. And exhale back up. Roll up onto the top shoulders. Grab a hold of the heels. Squeeze the backs of the legs even and move the buttocks in and towards the backs of the knees. And lower back down. Take a breath. Last one. Go back up. Roll up onto the top shoulder. Press into the feet, squeeze the backs of the legs, and lower back down. Okay, cool. For this next exercise, we're going to start to build the strength to be able to do a shoulder stand, which is a very important pose in yoga to help to complement your heating inversions. So you're going to need a space at the wall. All right, so I move my mat over to the wall. And I'm going to lie down with my buttocks like maybe 8 inches away from the wall, 6 inches away from the wall. Let's see. All right, so the feet go to the wall now. And then I use the backs of the legs. I grip and I lift, just like in the last pose. And then I lower back down. Feet go to the wall. Exhale, grip and lift. The neck stays free. I turn onto the top shoulders and lift my hips up. And lower back down. One more time, keeping the neck free. Grip the backs of the legs. Squeeze and lift and hold. Turn up onto the tops of the shoulders. Keep the back of the neck free. Make sure it didn't squish down. And lower back down. Good. Then turn yourself around. Hands go to the wall. Hands about 6 inches away from the floor. I push the hands into the wall and I stretch my legs straight. Okay, so I've done enough yoga that my hamstrings have become long enough, the back body has become open enough that I can straighten my legs in this position. You might have been only doing yoga for 7 days now, so your legs might look more like this. If that's the case, that's fine. You're just gonna hold the top leg like this, grip your abdominals, and slowly lower your bottom leg, your right leg. And then bring it back up to meet your left. Now don't let yourself wiggle around your middle. Squeeze your abs, slowly lower the left leg, and bring it back up. If you have enough flexibility to straighten the legs without straining your back, then you do that. Lower the right leg, back up, lower the left, back up, lower the right, back up, lower the left, back up, lower the right, back up, lower the left. Now both legs up, crunch up to your knees, and lower both legs halfway to the floor. Come up into boat pose. And cross your legs. Scoot towards the back of your mat so you have room. Unless you don't have a thing like this, you don't have to scoot at all, I guess. Just me, I have to scoot back. Bend your right knee off to the side. Turn to face your left leg. And let's practice Maha Mudra again. So in this pose, as you bind, as you grab the foot or the shirt or the strap, create a flat back. Lift through the pelvic floor, draw your navel in and up. And let's add the final stage, bring the chin towards the chest. Pull the whole back of the spine longer as you breathe. And release your bandhas. Come back up. Change sides. The left leg bends back. The heel comes close to the pubic bone. Sit up tall, chest open. And then tip out over your leg. Grab a hold. Maha Mudra. Pelvic floor lifts. Navel in and up. Chin into your chest. And release. Both legs forward, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, or more correctly translated, Western intensive stretch pose, west side back of the back side of the body, east side the front side. As you draw your navel in, lengthen out. Now press the front of the sit bones down. Find your length like in Mahamudra. And then exhale, let the head release towards the feet. Inhale, come back up. Lie down on your back. And we'll do the final spinal twist just to release the back. As you hug your right knee in, open your right arm out to the side, hook your right big toe behind your left knee, and roll the knee over to the left. Come back to center, change legs, hug the left knee in. Open the left arm out to the side and twist. As you're twisting, let the left shoulder release back down. Let the navel release into the spine so the lower back can lengthen. Oh, that one feels so good. Especially after all those chaturanga push-ups. So nice to open up the chest. So I hope you feel like you're getting stronger in those little push-ups. That's really going to help you to get stronger to do a vinyasa better. Most people that I see, even like taking level 2, 3 classes, can't do a vinyasa properly. So through this course, you're going to learn to build the strength to do a vinyasa properly. Bring your knee back to center. Hug in to do a sun salutation properly. It's very rare that people have taken the time to build the strength in their body and the opening to actually do those postures properly. So I'm stoked for you. All right, Shavasana. Stretch your legs out. Arms at your side. So even if you're feeling like some of this work is kind of basic, like it's review, this is good review to do. As you relax, start to become aware of your breath. Let the body drop. And just tune into the subtlety of the breath, the sensation of the breath moving in and out through the nose. Watch the lungs expanding, watch the lungs contract. And then start to practice slower, more mindful breathing. And notice as you slow down and study the way the lungs are filling, how the breath automatically becomes deeper. You don't have to try to force more air in. Allow the lungs to open. And if you can integrate a little pause at the top, go ahead. But still keep the nerves calm. The jaw relaxed, the tongue relaxed. Continue to practice this slower, more mindful breathing. And as you practice this pranayama with the kumbhaka added, the kumbhaka is the breath retention at the top. Feel the energetic shift that's happening. Make sure the nerves stay calm. then relax completely. So when we practice doing that breath work in the Kumbhaka, we're essentially sending more energy through the body. We're teaching the body to bring more energy in, more life force energy, and we're keying up and sending more energy through the nervous system. So we want to make sure that we can stay calm and that we're processing that properly. If you try to do too much too soon, your body's not going to be able to process it properly. So it's very subtle work that's happening. Gently bend your knees, roll over to your right side, and press up. So this is why it's so important to be practicing asana. Asana is a tool that's teaching you how to become more conscious of what's happening when you practice the breath work. Some people just practice breath work, that's fine. There's so much benefit that comes from that. But I've found that through the Hatha Yoga practice, by learning the asanas, I'm able to tune in better to what's occurring when I practice the breath technique. I hope you're starting to feel the same. Bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste.